Factorising quadratics. When the coefficient of x is greater than 1. We want to factorise 2x squared plus 11x plus 12. First of all, we have to realise that this is a quadratic because we have an x squared, an x and a number. So we're going to have a double set of brackets. Okay, now since this is a 2x squared, we're going to have a 2x in the first bracket and an x in the second bracket. Now, since this is positive, we're going to have the same signs in here and in here. And since this is also positive, they will both be positive. Okay, so now we have to get the factors of 12. So the factors of 12 are going to be 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. And we're going to have to do a bit of trial and error with this. We're going to draw in a smiley face between the 2x and whatever we're going to put in here, and between whatever we're going to put in here and the x. And what we're going to do each time is whichever factor pair we put inside in place of the question marks, we're going to multiply this by the x, the 2x by this, we're going to add them together and see do we come up with 11x. So I have 1 in the first bracket and 12 in the second bracket. 1 multiplied by x just gives me x, and 2x multiplied by 12 gives me 24x. X plus 24x does not give me 11x, so that's not going to do. So now I'm going to try swapping the 1 and the 12 because 1 and 12 might still be a factor. Okay, so now I have 12 in the first bracket and 1 in the second bracket. 12 times x is going to be 12x. And 2x times 1 is going to be 2x. Now 12x plus 2x does not give me 11x. So 1 times 12 is not going to work out at all. So now I'm going to try my next two factors, which is 2 and 6. So I'm going to put 2 in the first bracket and 6 in the second bracket. So 2 times x is 2x, and 2x by 6 is 12x. 2x plus 12x gives me 14x, which is not 11x. So now I'm going to swap the 2 and the 6 and see will it give me 11x. And 6 by x gives me 6x. And 2x by 2 gives me 4x. And 6x plus 4x gives me 10x, which is not 11x. So 2 and 6 will not work either. So all that's left to try is 3 and 4. So 3 times x is 3x. 2x times 4 is 8x. And 3x plus 8x is 11x. So at last we have our factors. Now you can multiply out 2x plus 3 times x plus 4. 2x by x is 2x squared. 2x by 4 is plus 8x. 3 by x is 3x. And 3 by 4 is 12. And putting all that together will give you 2x squared plus 11x plus 12, if you just want to check is that right. So the factors of 2x squared plus 11x plus 12 are 2x plus 3 and x plus 4. Okay, so again I want to factorise a quadratic. I know it's a quadratic because I have an x squared, an x and a number. So I'm going to start with a double set of brackets. 3x in the first bracket and x in the second bracket. Okay, next I have a look and I see that I have a minus here, which means that I'm going to have different signs. But I don't know which is going to be the minus and which is going to be the plus. So for now, I'll make this the minus and I'll make this the plus. Okay, so I need to get the factors of 8. So I have 1 times 8 and 2 times 4. So I'm going to start off with 1 times 8. So I'm going to have minus 1 plus 8. Minus 1 times x is minus x. And 3x by 8 is 24x. And 24x minus x will not give me minus 10x. Okay, so I'm going to keep the 1 and the 8 where they are, and I'm just going to change the signs for now. Okay, so now we have 1 times x is going to give me 1x, and 3x by minus 8 is minus 24x. So I get x minus 24x. X minus 24x does not give me minus 10x. Okay, so now I'm going to swap the 1 and the 8 and try 8 and 1. Okay, so 8 times x gives me 8x. And 3x by minus 1 gives me minus 3x. And 8x minus 3x gives me 5x, which is not minus 10x. So I'm going to keep the 8 and the 1 where they are, and I'm going to swap the signs. So this will become a minus, and this will become a plus. Okay, so now minus 8 times x is minus 8x. And 3x by 1 is 3x. Minus 8x plus 3x is minus 5x, which is not minus 10x. So 1 times 8 is not going to work in any way. Okay, so I know that my signs are going to be different because I have a minus here. So I'm going to keep this minus here and keep this plus here, but I might change it in a minute to a plus and a minus. But now I'm going to try 2 and 4. So minus 2 times x is minus 2x. And 3x by 4 is 12x. So minus 2x plus 12x is going to give me 10x, which is close, but it's not minus 10x. So that won't work. So I'm going to keep the 2 and the 4 where they are, but I'm going to swap the signs. This will become a plus and this will become a minus. So now I have 2 times x, which is 2x. And 3x times minus 4, which is minus 12x. And 2x minus 12x is minus 10x, which is what we want. So our factors are right. And just to check, you can multiply this out and you get back to this answer. Okay, so now I want to factorize 4y squared minus 13y plus 3. Again, I have a quadratic because I have a y squared, a y, and a number. So I know that I'm going to have 2 brackets. I'm going to have a 4y in the first one and a y in the second one. Now this is a plus, which tells me I have the same signs in each of the brackets. And this is a minus, so it tells me they're both minus. Now, I have to get the factors of 3. And 3 is a prime number, so it only has one set of factors, which is 1 times 3. So I know that 1 and 3 is going to go inside my brackets, but I just don't know which way it's going to go. So I'm going to try out 1 in the first bracket and 3 in the second bracket. And I'm going to use my smiley face method again. I'm going to do minus 1 times y, which is minus y. And 4y times minus 3, which is minus 12y. And I want to get an answer of minus 13y. So minus y minus 12y gives me minus 13y. So there, my factors are correct.